Hello, everyone. Today I have Emily Hanna of HannaValley Protein, and she's going to be talking to us a little bit about how she got her start and how we can support her right now. She's typically at the farmer's market, but with farmer's markets being a little bit drawn back these days, I'm looking to get the word out about the protein she makes. And so to start with, I always ask my guests how they got started in the health and wellness realm. So, how did you get started with
Thanks.
your business?
Well, thanks, Brooke. I actually got started. We started HannaValley Protein last year, so this is our second year in operation. When about 5 years ago, I was pretty sick and I had some autoimmune issues take place, and I just started researching. I really wanted to avoid the rheumatologist. I looked up kind of what direction that was going to go, and I wasn't ready to be on medication for the rest of my life. And so I started looking things up and started researching, and decided to take a nutritional route to healing. So I went through just different things we had in our house. I started with things we did daily because it was so overwhelming. And I was looking at our protein powder and some of the ingredients that were in it. And I told my husband, I was like, you can't use this stuff anymore. And he told me to find him a different one. And I couldn't find one that was all whole foods. I couldn't find one that was organic, that didn't have something questionable that was even remotely affordable for what we were looking for. So I just started making it for my own family, and then family and friends were interested, and we just turned it into a business. So we were licensed this past January, so we recently started selling in stores.
That's super cool and super exciting. I love that you took a problem that you were facing in your own life and you decided to solve it, but not just solve it, help other people solve it as well. And I also love that you took your own personal struggle and you flipped it around and you were like, how can I use this to help other people? What makes you passionate about what you're doing with the protein and developing the brand that you guys are developing that way?
Well, it's something I believe in nutrition wholeheartedly because it gave me my own life back. And we decided to create a product just because we were using it ourselves. I hope to, over time, grow that a little bit. But ultimately, I just want to be able to reach out to people, help people. Our protein powder has been kind of a gateway to answering questions about health and nutrition. And at the farmer's market, it was so neat that I would talk to people about different health struggles they were having. And I met friends that way and just built connections, relationships. And it's been a really neat journey. I'm by no means a doctor, but I just share my own experience and kind of what's worked for me. So it's just been something that it's like my ultimate life goal. How many people can I help with this? Because it just seems too simple. Nutrition just seems too simple.
100%. Nutrition is so important, and creating good nutrition, good nutritional value, and having it be the organic thing that you needed and that you were looking for, I think that's huge too. Tell us a little bit about what types of proteins you carry and how they're made.
Sure. So right now we have two different flavors. We have chocolate, which is made with cacao powder, and we have a cinnamon flavor. We will have, I'm looking into sourcing a vanilla flavor, but interesting enough, so many protein powders have that flavor, but to be able to get vanilla bean organic and one ingredient is extremely expensive and hard to find. So I'm on a search for that right now. But so each of our two flavors are 5 whole food ingredients. We use, our chocolate is organic, hemp seed, pumpkin seed, flax seed, cacao powder, and a little bit of coconut sugar. And then our cinnamon is hemp, pumpkin, flax, coconut sugar, and a little bit of cinnamon. For flavor. It's real subtle, but just enough to be a little bit sweet, but definitely if you're used to a sweeter flavor, I would suggest adding in a little bit extra fruit in your smoothies, things like that. help to kind of get used to away from the sugar cravings. Just, they catch hold of us.
They sure do.
Yeah, they do. It's crazy. Yeah, so it's all organic. It's all plant-based and vegan. And we intentionally didn't use things like stevia. A lot of people use that in protein powders, and even when it's organic, I'm sure you know, Brooke, it goes through a chemical process through the extraction. And I really wanted to stay true to the values of what we made for ourselves and to be able to bring that at an affordable price to other people.
That's so awesome. What is the cost of protein and how much do you get?
So right now we have two sizes. We have a 2-pound bag, which is 20 servings for $36. And then we have a 1-pound bag with 10 servings, that's $20.
That's awesome. Moving forward, do you have any expectation about when you'll be able to open up the farmers market?
I wish. At this time, we don't have much of an idea of if or when it will even happen this summer, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate. But if we want to support you, how can we do that?
Sure. So we can always go to our website. It's HannaValley.com, HANNA Valley.com. We are also starting to get into some stores throughout Iowa. So you can find us at Campbell's Nutrition downtown off University and 42nd. I'm super pumped about that location because they are super supportive of our vision to be as zero waste as possible. So they're actually carrying our product in the bulk bins.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it gives you more freedom in how much you want to purchase, and also save the environment.
Yeah.
And then we're at Prudent Produce, which is like a delivery produce service. We're in a small store in Corwith, Iowa, Corwith Farm Service. And then we just recently started with the Iowa Food Co-op. So if you haven't checked them out, they're a great place to support and to buy local. So we're pretty excited about that one as well.
That's so awesome. So that would be super awesome. I'm looking to help people support other women that are involved in wellness and the wellness community, and especially those around Des Moines. One last question before I sign off on the interview piece. What's coming up next for you guys and your business? Are you looking to expand to more stores? Are you looking, you already mentioned you're looking to expand to a vanilla flavor, which is also exciting. The cinnamon one sounds awesome. There's like not that many cinnamon proteins, you know what I mean? So super cool. What's coming next for you guys in your business?
Oh, there's always a million ideas flowing through my mind. Since the protein's still newer, I still keep coming back to really putting our focus on that. But we also at the farmers market last year, which we plan to do this year as well, we make a protein granola.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so good. It's with not being at the farmers market and all the quarantine and my kids being home, and it just gives us less time at our commercial kitchen. So we may have that again in the future. I'm really into plants and herbs and things like that. And so I look at that in the future as well. Our protein powder, like our favorite ways to use it are in smoothies, but I bake with it. I make black bean brownies for my kids with it. I add it to oatmeal yogurt. So there's so many different ideas going through my mind, but I'm just trying to keep my focus, just stay focused on one thing at a time.
It's always hard to like stay focused when you have so many good ideas. You're like, what should I do next? Oh, I need to focus on what's in front of me.
Right.
I'm the same way. I feel like.
Yes. So yes, I was so passionate about it, but yeah, I try to carry myself back, and so yeah, protein powder is our main focus at the time, but we plan to continue to reach out to different stores as our capacity is able. And
that's super awesome. So we went over how to contact you. We went over what all your product is and what it isn't. And so the most important thing that it is it doesn't have all of the extra stuff in it, that the fillers, things that are modified. It's just, pure organic product. So love that. And we did a short introduction of you. Is there anything else that you think that we should know before we sign out?
I Not off the top of my head. We're on Instagram and Facebook also. If you want to get to know more about who we are, our protein powder, my family is my world, you know. And so if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you kind of get a glimpse into our lifestyle and how we live, and kind of maybe see why our protein powder why we are so passionate about it and why it means so much to us. So check us out on there also.
Super awesome. So is it HannaValley Protein on Instagram and Facebook?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, give her a follow. Find her on Facebook. Find her on Instagram. Website was mentioned before. Order some protein. That is all that she and I have for you guys. So thank you for tuning in to another week of Women in Wellness Wednesday.